we've kept that. We've kept that balance very nicely in Masaba. कहाँ तक माँ बेटी का या दो फ्रेंड्स का या बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड का रिलेशनशिप जा सकता है, बात कर सकता है या नहीं कर सकता.
It's amazing to have two women, powerful women, talk about owning up to their sexuality, having desires. It must be so liberating to be in a series like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think honestly, when Sonam came to me with that mention of PQ over and over again in various parts of the show, I said, "Do you think people will get it? Do you think we're being too forward?" And she said, "Listen, if we don't be forward, then who will? You know." So yeah, I think we took the plunge, and like I said, I was telling someone earlier that we talk about things that girls just chat about when they're sitting together in a group in the middle of the night, and are discussing their deepest fears or their deepest fantasies, for that matter. We want to address that in the show, so it's good. It was a good feeling to openly talk about it, not feel uncomfortable. It was great.
By the way, we have to explore also the Neil Bhupalan angle. Why are you guys not yet doing it? I want to know. The nation wants to know. It's a very important question. You guys have so much chemistry. It's ripping the screens, I tell you. No, yeah, totally. You both have such effortless chemistry. You guys are so cute together, and yet you're yet to, taking him seriously enough. It's very funny. So was that like, is chemistry like, do you guys know each other from before? How did that happen? And Neena Gupta, please feel free to pitch in about your daughter's chemistry with a random actor. But yes.
I had to say a very important thing before you ask this question, before Masaba speaks. Yes. People ask me a lot about my chemistry with my co-actors like Jo bhi hai.
Yeah.
I always say chemistry it's a wrong word. Okay? If two actors are good, the chemistry happens. नहीं तो मतलब हर 6 महीने में मैं नए आदमी के साथ chemistry बनाती फिरूंगी. ऐसा तो नहीं होता ना. It's a profession. Yeah. So chemistry does not happen when one of the actors is a little weak. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. When two good actors are together, chemistry happens like this. So ये केमिस्ट्री कैसी है, तुम पहले से जानते थे या कभी जाने, it doesn't work. When I did Utsav, Girish Khanna told me, I never knew Shankar Nag before that. Okay, we had a love scene, very major love scene to do. So he said, I will call him and you 2 days in advance. He was a very busy actor at that time. So he came a day earlier. He says, ताकि तुम एक दूसरे को जान लो. And we stayed in the same hotel, and we are desperately trying to know each other. Very fake, very artificial. Okay, what would you like? Do you like dosa, or you like da? Like that. It was so fake. It was so bad,
Right.
Once we went onto the floor, we were fine. Because there was no inhibition, because we were both doing our work. So that is how chemistry happens between actors.
Last question. I love the part in the second part where you take on the influencers. May I just say, as a purist journalist, I have always looked at influencers as something below me. But let's face it, they are the ones who are being right now invited to most of the high-profile events. Journalists are almost a second thought. That's how things are. Even with fashion designers, it's happening. You can see the shift in dynamics where social media experts are taking over the world. Is that your spin to it, Masaba, or did you come up with it? Because you have that, you're so cynical about them. Like, are they even fashion designers? What are they doing? What is their claim to? How can they stand in the same platform as I, who have worked and who have been to a fashion college?
Yeah, honestly, Manjusha, it was a big learning for me as well, because a lot changed suddenly, overnight, right? Suddenly, we were not at a runway show and waiting to see a reaction of a top journalist. That used to be a thing. Yes. When you had all your top magazine editors and journalists sitting there, and you just wait for that clap or that acknowledgement. Suddenly it's gone. It's suddenly, oh my God, is this influencer going to post my reel, or is he going to repost what I sent him? Is he going to post the package I sent them? I think that we have to use the word influencer carefully. I do believe in that. I also believe that the kind of work that these guys are putting in on a daily basis, is incredible. It's not easy. I think people think it's very easy to open a package and like use 3 hashtags and post about something. It's not easy. It's very tough to think about how your content will look, how different it will be from others. I think for me, I wanted to mention that in the show specifically with Sonam, because I think that there's a whole generation that has opened up that actually is not even engaging with a lot of the designers or a lot of the design houses anymore, because you're not talking to them. You know, you can be a snob and say you want to ignore an influencer, but they are culture creators today. They are creating or sort of influencing what people buy, where they holiday, what they wear, what nail polish they're wearing. Everything is happening on social media. It's a giant mood board, you know.
True.
So you have to acknowledge, you may disagree or agree with their style of influencing, but you cannot ignore them. And you have to not absolutely ignore, like someone told me the other day, that, you know, when you see somebody's page, right? You see an influencer who's posting like 10 brands a day. And they said, listen, don't engage with this influencer because she's doing 10 things a day. Your brand will get lost, this, that, where's the loyalty? I said, but that's the way of the world today. You know, so you can't ignore them, I guess.